How would you feel if you put all your effort into something you are very passionate about and being treated as less important just because of your gender? Today, I will try to influence you all to view women in sports the same as men. I've been playing sports all my life and always had guy friends that would say playing sports as a female is easier than playing them as males. First, I will talk to you about my experience in being treated unequally in sports. Second, I will talk to you all about why women in professional sports should be treated equally as men. Lastly, I will tell you about some sports that have taken the extra step in seeing this happen and what they have done to take part in it. So first of all, let me go ahead and explain to you my experience in being treated unequally in sports. In all my years of playing sports, in every practice, whether if it was basketball, soccer, or softball that I attended, was the exact same as practices that I would see my guy friends have. When I was younger, I used to play co-ed soccer where we would have the same practices together in which we would do the same activities and run as a team, not by gender. With it being at a young age, the idea of co-ed is taken a lot lighter than adult sports. But to me, I see the idea of being one that should be carried all through every age group. I am now 20 years old and I play on a co-ed league with some friends, and with it being co-ed, there are rules that treat the idea of having women and men on the same field as a handicap. Being such an enthusiast of male and female sports being equal, I disagree with these rules, as some give women an advantage to make it easier for us considering that we are playing with men. I know that I can keep up with the guys on the field, and with certain handicaps on the field, it makes me feel as if they don't think I am skilled enough to play with the guys. In my opinion, there are some women in this league that have better skills than some of the men in the league and that have worked on and off the field to get to that level. With that being said, I support the fact that co-ed leagues should not have handicaps just because there are women and men on the field. Us women know that men are going to be on the field with us, and if that seemed like a disadvantage, we would know from the start and would take the precautionary moves if we felt that we need to. After telling you about my experience with being treated unequally in sports, now I will talk to you about how women in the professional sports world are viewed and why they should be viewed equally as men. Referring to an article that was written back in 2001 by Jane Tanner titled Women in Sports, she speaks about women not having equal opportunities when it comes to salary pay in professional sports. Jane Tanner also states that back in 2004-2005, the lowest paid WNBA player salary was $31,000 and the highest earned $89,000. As for the men's, the highest earned salary from 2004 to 2005 season was $15.5 million. Another shocking example of the unequal pay from women to men was during the 2003-2004 World Cup soccer final. For placing as third runner-up in the World Cup, the women's U.S. national team members received $25,000 each. For making it to the quarterfinal and being exited, each U.S. men's national team member received $200,000. As you can see, there was a vast range in pay from women's to men's sports. I understand that revenue plays a major part in evaluating salaries and rewards, but both genders are practicing equally and exerting just as much of an effort as the other, and to see how big the difference was between the two genders was appalling. With that being said, I hope that now you can see how major the inequality between women's and men's sports is. Lastly, I'm going to tell you about the advancements that some sports have been taking place in women's world of sports and taking little steps. According to the article, Setting a New Bar on Heading in Soccer, written by Juliet Macker, FIFA is taking small but major steps to tackling the issue on inequality in the soccer world. Apparently, FIFA is making moves that are leading to women payouts to be equal to that of the men's league. One sport that is taking huge steps to making its professional world an equal one is the WTA. An article by the Women's Sports titled Pay Equity in Sports, the Women's Tennis Association has made amazing efforts thanks to Hall of Fame tennis player Billie Jean King in advancements to equality in sports today. For example, in today's game, the winner of a Grand Slam tournament, man or woman, could receive $2.6 million in prize money. In previous years, the men's Grand Slam winner would receive in the millions in prize money, and the women's champion would receive a fraction of that. With Billie Jean King fighting for equality in men and women's sports, she has accomplished making the prize money from ATP to WTA equal. Even with these changes that are helping women to be seen as equal to men regarding sports, there's still a lot more things that need to be done until everyone has the same view and passion on this topic that I do. So now let me conclude. First, I told you about my personal experience in dealing with the unfairness of how women are treated as if they aren't as good as men at sports. Then I informed you to why women should be treated equally to men in every aspect of sports. Lastly, I gave you information about the steps people are making to get women to the point where they are truly the same as men with regard to sports. With time, I am hoping that women will get the same respect as men involving sports.